everybody, welcome to the show. Trashman Matt here, and this is the Trashman Matt show. We're gonna start getting into top news here in a second. I'm getting some information, updated information on Hurricane Melissa, and I'm about to get it up on the screen here momentarily. So, one second, I am trying to get a precise casualty rate. Okay. All right, let's. Okay, and that's actually interesting numbers. What's up, man? How you been? How was your day? Today was pretty crazy out of work. We had a lot of weird things happening, and we're gonna get into. I'll get into that too in the second half of our stream tonight. So let's go ahead and get started with Hurricane Melissa, where she is. I keep saying Helene, I mean Melissa. Hurricane Melissa is currently located just to the west Bermuda. This was as of 8 p.m. today. I believe this is Pacific time. Excuse me, East Coast time. So this was about 5 p.m. our time here in the Pacific viewing area. Currently, she is projected to go basically brass up to Newfoundland or Nova Scotia, and then she will continue up into it looks like Iceland and may maintain tropical storm intensity. So the saga of Melissa does continue at this moment. That's what we got going on here. So, and we do have some updated information. So right now she's basically a category 105 mile an hour sustained max, and she's moving to the northeast now at 32 miles an hour, which is actually a lot faster than when she was dragging over the Cuba and Jamaica. So leaves, welcome in, welcome. So one second, you guys. Let me bring that down real quick, and I'm gonna get you up for get you guys a tropical tributes radar satellite image real quick. 1 second. So this is where she is right now. As you can see, she's kind of lost her intensity. No well-defined eye like we saw when she landed in Jamaica, and overall the intensity is. I don't think, even though they're gonna see a category 1 Bermuda. Damage probably won't be too sustained. I mean, it's still significant. 100 mile an hour wind would definitely blow a roof off somebody's house. It's an EF1 tornado, so no surprise there when you see something like that happens. So 1 second, you guys. We're gonna now. Tomorrow is Halloween, so let's talk about Halloween weather. We'll be looking at across the board. So go ahead and bring this up to you from Pivotal Weather, and I'm gonna bring up the North American model, or the NAM. And I'm going to show you guys real quick what we're looking at tomorrow. So, across the country, we're not seeing too much in the sense of activity. Actually, most of the country looks to be dry, for the exception of the northeast here. And there's also, looks like there's another system that comes in here into the Seattle area. But looks like for the most part, and then we also have this little weak intensity here that's spinning around. And that's into Saturday, though. So, we're going to go back real quick, and I'm going to. So this is Friday about 2 p.m. And let's look at 5 p.m. That's when everybody's gonna be about out looking to be out trick or treating. This is about 5 p.m. and I believe this is Eastern time. This is 5 p.m. Pacific time. So let's go back to 2 p.m. Pacific time. So what we're looking at again when you're out trick or treating, looks pretty clear. Let's check the wind chill factors real quick. So, it looks like hold on, yeah, this is about right. So, about 5 p.m., 2 p.m. on. So, you can see, we're going to see colder temperatures in the northern part of the states. Looks like some freezing temperatures, looks like. Pretty good. You're going to be a cowboy tomorrow for Halloween. Sweet. And then, obviously, in the desert southwest, as well as. I'm going to be. Nice. Waste resource, what's up? Definitely seeing that as well. So temperature wise, looks pretty solid. Obviously the Dakotas are going to be freezing, and we might see some snow in New York as well. But looking good, and yeah. So 12-hour rainfall total. Let me get that up. Looks to be concentrated. So yeah, that's 11 a.m. to on Friday. Let's do a 24-hour look. Yeah, so right now, 24-hour forecasting kind of shows that the Pacific or the Northeast is going to see some more rain. It looks like British Columbia is going to see rain. So yeah, looks like it's going to be a dry, and some places might see a little cold. But most part, looks like it's going to be a calm Halloween night for everybody out there trick or treating, which is good. And it's also Friday night, so that means you don't have to worry about going to school or going to work unless you work on the weekend. I do apologize for that. I mean, but yeah, it's looking good wise for Halloween. So. And feel free to, if you're going to dress up, feel free to put it in the comments on what you're going to be and everything else. I will be myself because you know why? Because I'm the greatest trash man out here right now. No, I'm kidding. So, that's basically what we got for weather-wise. So, I am very interested in that. See what's going to transpire from that. Okay, let me go ahead and clear the screen off to you. Now I'm going to go ahead and let's get some news updates for you guys. 1 second. Let me get my actual non-biased filter up. Ground News is a good little site that actually puts everything else. So let's get to going. We just had a breaking news come through. 1 moment. Something about a heist in Oakland. One second, I'm trying to find out where it just popped up on my feed. Where'd it go? Let's see. Where is my notification button area? Yeah, oh, there it is. Alerts. Let's see. Over 1,000 artifacts stolen in major Oakland heist. Museum heist. We are definitely going to be checking into this. On October 15th, the Oakland Police Department reported a pre-dawn burglary just before 3:30 a.m. on an off-site storage facility, where more than 1,000 items were stolen from the Oakland Museum of California, housed in a 100,000-foot warehouse in the Fruitvale district of Oakland. The Museum of California stores more than 2 million objects, mostly donated by gracious donors. Stolen items included Native American baskets, jewelry, laptops, historic photographs, Skimshaw walrus. I have to look at tusks. Walrus tusks. What the hell are you gonna do with that? A necklace piece from Florence Rescokoff. I think that's how you pronounce her name. While storage bays were wrenched open and security staff were off duty. Sounds like an inside job to me. And I go with highest attention to director and platforms such as Craigslist and eBay. So they're looking out for it. Wow. So on the 15th of October, somebody just ripped off the Oakland Museum. That's actually pretty ballsy. So other things to note is apparently in Illinois we do have a Democrat congressional candidate that was charged for obstruction and felony obstruction in for basically getting in front of an ICE vehicle, and they call it protesting. The law states protesting means you're out of the way and you're not interfering with police activity, whether or not it's federal or not, whether you agree with it or not. You're not supposed to interfere. So that's where she's kind of getting nailed at. Now, also today, Pentagon ordered a quick reaction force of 500 troops per state. This is National Guard troops for the so-called food riots that are supposed to happen this weekend because of the food stamp being cut off. However, that may not actually occur because we still got one more day tomorrow, and we'll see if somebody comes through at the last minute. That's usually how this thing happens. So we're not even going to worry about that politically speaking. And since confirmation hearing for Trump's general U.S. surgeon pick is postponed after she goes into labor, so she's having it. Oh, you're performing at halftime of your school game tomorrow. Nice. Honestly, that's a good trick or treat too, though. I definitely do appreciate catching your guys' band, though. Your band's really good. Hold on. Garland. There we go. I almost forgot how to pronounce it. So, other top stories we got going on here. Let's see. Trump limits refugees admission to 7,500, prioritizing white South Africans. I mean, we kind of said they was gonna do that earlier, but did your trucks have issues? Did your truck have issues today? No, it did not. Actually, it worked pretty fine. It actually works a little too fine. And Fridays seem to be the issue day, Sackway. So we'll see on that part. And yes, it is confirmed that the United States will resume nuclear testing in Nevada. This is a response to Russian nuclear testing, apparently. And yeah. So that's basically what we got right now. Also, passengers were hospitalized after an emergency landing from a JetBlue plane in Florida. And Netflix is trying to buy Task Bank to explore a bid for Warner Brothers Discovery. That'll be interesting to see if Netflix gets a hold of that or not. And apparently, a poll says that most Americans oppose the West Wing or the East Wing, demolition for Trump's ballroom at the White House. Yeah, and I think most Americans also want to know how much is the annex here in the Sacramento capital is going to. So that's something else they want to know about. Israel did confirm the identity of one of the Hamas one of the hostages bodies that were returned to them by Hamas. So. And yeah. So that's basically our top stories of the day. Nothing really breaking. It's still kind of business as usual and everything else. So, like I said, weather tomorrow, unless you're in New York or in Washington or up in Maine, in that area. Basically, I would say New York North. If you're in one of those states, then you're going to see everything else developing in that part. But when it comes down to some rain and precipitation, leaves, yes, you can speak freely, but please be mindful about it. Like, obviously, don't be attacking people, but everybody's welcome to speak their opinion. You know, as long as you're not attacking or calling people names. Sack waste, 92, 96 have oil boxes, to answer your question. And 88 and 87 do have oil boxes as well. That's what I'm familiar with. All these ZRs are getting oil boxes. They have a stack of them, but basically because trucks keep breaking down, and we're trying to just funnel in more trucks right now to take the wrapper rails out of Belle Grove and everything else. It's on the to-do list, but everybody, including my truck, is going to get them. It's just a matter of time. And yeah, so regarding that, but back to the main news points here. There's nothing really new to report other than that. And apparently, the Trump would-be assassin wants to be transferred to a state that allows assisted suicide. Again, not really worthy of news in my opinion, so I don't know why they're reporting that. Oh, yeah, one other thing. There's a German activist who's seeking asylum in the United States from alleged death threats from Antifa. This is a 25-year-old Naomi, I think it's Abick, but she's a conservative activist, and obviously they were threatening her life, so she fled to the U.S. for that. That's another side note if I saw the top stories for today. Again, and yeah, Melissa, I don't know why I said Hillary, man. I keep saying all these different women names that I actually know, so I don't know why that. What if your CNG was... Then I think I look like a county truck. I mean, ain't no different to me. Most of the McNillis either have them on top or on the back. Yeah, Garland, Melissa's moving through... she's currently off the coast of Bermuda right now. I did that when I first started. If you want to rewind the feed, you can see the update. But she's moving that pace to the north and east, and actually she may even hit Iceland as a tropical storm. And there are some number updates for casualties. Actually, that reminds me, that's what I was doing. I forgot to give you guys the casualty numbers, so bear with me real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and get you some verified numbers real quick. That's at least what we got. And this is also associated Rainmans. So as it sits right now, we have... So in Dominican Republic is reporting 4 casualties and 1 unaccounted for from flooding rains associated with the Melissa. Haiti is reporting 29 deaths, 15 injuries, and 10 unaccounted for right now. In Jamaica, we have 22 casualties, 13 injuries, and missing is still unknown. Panama is also reporting some injuries related to some of the severe flash flooding that was pushed in by the storm, according to that. Cuba has not reported anything yet. Costa Rica reports 1 injury from flash flooding. Again, associate banners. And right now, we have a estimated damage is about $8 billion right now for the entire storm. So, yeah. And so that's basically our wrap up of Melissa. Sorry, I was reading some of the comments here. Google Street View is updating my area right now. Sweet, LA. Am I going trick or treating tomorrow? No, I don't have kids, and all my nephews and nieces are adults or not. And yeah, so I won't be out there, but I will be out there doing another type of trick or treating, picking up green waste cans. That's a trick or treat right there too. So definitely we can see what we got coming up, especially when Monday comes around too. So, and we got, why are people so upset about renewing the wing for a ballroom? That's like the most fancy government thing there is, and Trump's using his own money, not taxpayer. Once it leaves to respond to that, it's plain and simple. It's a survey. It's a poll. It's just asked you, do you agree with it? Do you like not to? And everything else. And most people who take these polls are usually in, let's put it this way. Most of them are usually on the liberal side of the spectrum, the ones that are working in office jobs and everything else. So don't read too much into polls. I'm going to be honest with you, because most people don't take polls. At least the common person. Hopefully Gus Smith's going to be candy tomorrow. We'll see about that, Allied. So, but that's basically it. And why, yeah, and they're not also up in arms about the ballooning annex here at the state capital of California that has been taxpayer money as well. But, you know, we're not going to talk about that. But the thing is, though, it's just, it's a prompt, and then they'll announce it, and that's about it. So, the poll, like I said, don't take much into these polls, because you really have to take a poll to be part of the poll. Hopefully, yeah. Polls are never trustworthy. Not, for the most part, no. Because, again, most people don't take them. At least everybody I know doesn't take them. Like the same thing right now with Prop 50. Prop 50 holds a 52 to 48 kind of yes-no vote situation. Yes has 52% and 48% shows no. And I'm going to tell you right now, most voters have not taken that poll. Because most of the surveys are basically, that's just it. I mean, it's just not. Yeah. So we'll find out on the 4th or the days after, and we'll find out. The fact is that there's going to be monitors on both sides, so the actual election integrity might actually be good. We'll see about that. What if California and Texas were to gain independence? Well, Texas was independent at one time. California has never been independent. But California, to be independent, would require California to abandon its extreme liberal policies. Because Texas is kind of the same thing. California does sit on minerals and also sits on oil and other things that can get the state money. So and also the agriculture and everything else here in the valley. So to answer that exact way, is California could do it. It has the ability to do it, but it requires a lot of difference from the state to do that. Then it's projected policy, and that's something that I don't think most people want to do. And Texas is kind of the same way, you know. California was independent for about a week. Not really leaves. Being uncontrolled does not count as independent. California was purchased from Santa Anna during around at the end of the Mexican-American War. Actually, the entire Southwest was purchased from the government of Mexico, and that's according to history. I mean, you don't have to like it, you don't have to agree with it, but that's what history reports. And as far as I know is, I know some of my Mexican coworkers that say that that general that did that and everything had no authority to do that. Yeah, but I mean, that's 150 years ago. I mean, I understand the grievances about it, but I mean, California is still pretty much Mexico. Most of our names are still Spanish and everything else. So I don't see that. I don't like other than the actual just what flag flies over the nation. The territory doesn't really matter. At least that's my opinion. I mean, there's a lot more bigger issues than that. But to answer that point, though, I'm going back to the Texas part. Texas has a lot of resources, but Texas is kind of in the same situation as California. Theoretically, yes, they can do it, but it also requires Texas to be kind of abandon a lot of the conservative ideas. They have to embrace because the reality is, and this is the truth, you have to have a kind of a delicate balance of conservative and liberal ideas, and to have a country truly function properly. Like capitalism cannot just run wild because that's how you know, and then the um, communism can't run wild either. Socialism can't run wild. Now, socialist programs do work, but it needs to be influenced by capitalism and vice versa. Because this is how Social Security works and like your pension works when you work for a lot of people like that and everything else. And Medicaid is also another one of those services. So it requires a delicate balance for everybody to really actually function. I heard UK was getting digital ID. Yeah, I heard about that too, but I also hear there's a big uprising going on over there. Excuse me. UK, but oh, it's not being reported on a lot of the news sites and everything else, but the feeds that I'm seeing, live feeds that are coming out of Ireland, shows a country on the brink of destruction, and it's over immigration. Yeah, apparently, some hateful immigrant. Hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, some immigrant, I guess, assaulted a minor, and I believe also killed her. Don't quote me on that. And obviously, it sent the people into an uproar when the government was protecting them. Yeah, I see it. I mean, Allied Waste, the parent company. I mean, Republic Services, the companies in general, they get around. I mean, when I worked in the transit field, I worked for a company for a little while called Transit. They're based out of Sydney, Australia. Yeah, I just looked at them. So, yeah. So, but now we're going to get into the trash discussions. We're done with our, so that's the top news reports. Now let's get into today's work things and everything else. And oh, I got some stories for y'all today. This is, oh my God. So, start off today, no problem. Except one thing. Not the mechanics, but the construction workers decided to unplug my truck, so I only had half a tank of fuel. So I need about 3,500 pounds of CNG to run the whole day. And so I need 3,500 pounds of CNG fuel to get through the day. And they left me with little less than 2,000. So that's basically where that situation started off today. So I had to get a little more extra fuel and get going. And we've had some words with the construction workers over picking on one of our drivers. So yeah, don't play with us. So then I get out on route. Nothing big, nothing really to concern ourselves with. But then I come into one area of my morning route about 6:30, 6:20. I notice the lights on in the window, and suddenly I saw movement up there and everything else in the corner of my eye, because as I'm driving, obviously I see it's right there in the mirror. So I glanced up and looked in the mirror, and I saw something that let's just say they were getting very intimate with each other right next to the window, and I'm assuming they were on a bed or something. But yeah, they were going to town on it. All I do was I didn't see nothing. I keep driving because I don't ask questions. Yeah, and they weren't that good looking either. So that started off the day right there. Then, as we are going out throughout the day, about 8:30, I'm coming up to a park that I normally where the restrooms at. Sometimes I stop to use the restroom or not. However, I was ahead of schedule. Normally, I don't get to this in my second load. But ironically, our supervisor nails into the thing of looking in your left mirror before you take off. This car that was across, so it's across from me. So you're looking at me. It's about where you're standing in the camera. So this car goes and tries to make a U-turn in the middle of the street. Did not look in their mirror and did not see the car coming, turned and went straight into the car that was passing them. In the middle of this isn't an intersection. This is literally the middle of the street. And that was actually very ironic to see that happen because our boss preaches that and everything else. And then a little bit later, second load, high-speed chase comes through the neighborhood. They bail out on foot and we're jumping through the fences. They found somebody locked in the trunk. On top of that, I listened to the scanner. So did my coworker. She also listened to the scanner too because this is our area. We're concerned about us maybe something happening towards us. Thankfully, they both caught to him after the dog bit somebody in the ass. I don't know if it was the owner's dog or the police dog, but both of these persons were caught. According to the report, they had no record. They don't even know how they ran. So, been a very eventful day like that. And also, I was sent to help on an open section of route. So today I picked up 978 cans. Almost made 1,000. My route, I ended with about 820. So about a little about 150 cans I went and picked up extra, and I still was done by 3 o'clock. Other than that, today's route was good. I mean, it still was pretty funny. It's a funny and interesting day. Tomorrow's Halloween. I know everybody's probably going to be out tomorrow and everything else. So what I'm probably going to do is I do plan to maybe live stream tomorrow. But given that it is the holiday, I might not. And we'll go with just Saturday. So I haven't decided on that yet. But yeah. Okay, now we're going to go back to the questions and answers. So we got Sackways asked, does AW technically still exist in the UK? That I cannot answer. I have no knowledge of them still existing in the UK. My understanding is, well, the Allied Waste still technically is on our payroll system, so it still technically exists on a payroll system, but all decals are a public service now. Are you going to get candy tomorrow, Matt? That I can't speak of. Normally, I don't get anything. A lot of the neighborhood doesn't really do much. I mean, there's a couple of people that do, but most people don't. They usually do stuff on Christmas. Like, I'll get Christmas cards, or a couple of guys give me cash, or some other things that I'm not going to coordinate myself with. And is there a Republic over there? So far, my knowledge on the Republic part being over there, I do not believe there is. We're in Canada. We're in most states, but that's about it. And garbage mail trucks and buses. Welcome. Hello there. So yeah, okay, if you guys got we're in the questions and answer session, so feel free to ask your questions if you have anything regarding whatever. I mean, we talk about everything here. You know, this is the Trashman Matt show. We talk about everything. That technically is correct. Because yeah, sack waste, that is technically correct. Because on the payroll we're paid by Allied Waste, so I'm assuming that is correct. Republic Services is the umbrella company. Are you still doing video watching on the weekends? East Coast, that is suspended for now because I just got a lot of things going on. So I can get on here and be on here for about 30 minutes to an hour about every day, but that's about it. I don't have time right now to be on here for several hours, which I'm watching videos right now at this time. I got a big project coming up this Saturday, actually this weekend. It's a 2 days project, but I'm gonna be rebuilding the roof of my garage. We're gonna tear the metal placements off, and we're also gonna be taking off taking off the rest of the shingles, relaying it, and relaying the peel and stick stuff. So yeah, it's a big problem. I don't see any Allied Waste logos in the office then. What? As a kid, yeah. Because the umbrella company is Republic Services. That means everything is Republic Services, but still on paperwork with Allied Waste. That's it. So it is paperwork based only, and in like taxation only. It's not, but the umbrella company is. So I was inside during the tour. Yeah, because the transfer station, my understanding, is owned by Republic Services. That's always been a Republic Services building too, though. Sack Waste. Do what? Okay, Matt. Do the ZR arms low when lowered, and your driving doesn't alarm sound when the arm is down? No, the arm does not sound when it's down. It only sounds when it extends. Have you moved yet, or are you not moving anymore? East Coast, as of right now, I am not moving. I actually am working out a deal to keep my house. So that's actually what it seems like right now. So you're going to be seeing a lot of construction projects going on. What's your favorite garbage truck as a kid? As a kid, when I was a kid, the side loaders very started becoming a thing. Like I remember the old school 90s era garbage trucks. And those ones I think are the best. They just have this feeling to it. But right now, I would say the ones that I really like are curb tenders. Curb tenders are the one that I have fond memories about watching them do their job. What is the Republic logo supposed to mean with the star made out of S's? So I was told this, but I forgot. But it's related to five words that are start with R's, like reliable, renewable, resilience. It's like something like that. I'll ask again, and then I'll find out, and I'll get back to you on that. So, oh, maybe I got those pictures now. I can show you guys. Maybe they got transferred to my computer. 1 second, y'all. Give you guys some updates on the transfer station at least. Let's see. Are they synced in? They are. So let's start with this. Nice. Really? I've heard that too, but I don't know actually in details. Leaves. Thank you. Okay, so we got some pictures to show you guys right now, okay? So, I'm going to show you guys some construction pictures at the transfer station. So this one here is, obviously this is our fuel station. All the trucks are lining up at. This is a trench that they're building here for the electrical station. So I got confirmation that there's at least 6 chargers going in. And these are charging stations, and there's 2 cords per station. And this is related to the information that we are getting our batch of electrics, but then also word on the street is we're getting Stockton's once their contract runs out. So that means about 9 trucks are going to be coming. So let's get out of that screen. And I'm going to show you guys the other part here. So when are some new trucks coming? Supposedly 4 electrics are going to be here next month. Is that a wrapper rail tailgate? Yes, it was. So I'm gonna show you guys another picture here. You can see them working down here, but this is the other picture that I took from this area as well. Right now the CNG trucks aren't going anywhere. They're staying for the foreseeable future. Most likely we'll probably get more trucks in 27, 28, 29, and then eventually the CNGs will either move to another city or we'll get rid of them altogether. I know they're hoping to retain Citrus Heights, and I know they're also looking at getting West Sacramento, so we'll play that by ear. Yeah. Sackways, I do not know the numbers. We'll see what happens. Do you have any ZSL, ZFL? You talking about the electric side loaders? One second, I'm gonna. And then there's also the new concrete that got poured here. Brody, what's up? This is the outside part of that's been poured inside the bay. I couldn't go in there because there was trucks dumping, so I couldn't take a picture of that. Yeah, there's no electric front loaders yet. I heard a rumor there was one around, but never transpired. Yeah, they're being installed East Coast. My truck hasn't gotten one yet, but it should be coming at press. They replaced the entire concrete, Garland. It got taken out. My boy Derek is in the chat. What's up, bro? Everybody say hi to Derek. That fool, he knows me from the high school days. So let's see. Oh yeah, I got some non-copyrighted pictures. Get rid of the electrics. Sorry, Allied. They're replacing everything with electrics, so it's gonna be by 2030. So this is Jamaica. This was released by the government, and my understanding is not related to. It's not copyrighted, so I'm allowed to show it. But you can see the devastation here that has occurred. Much of the roof's getting ripped off and everything else. I mean, this was when she made landfall. It's been corrected to 175. 185, excuse me, miles per hour. Sustained winds with gusts around 240 miles an hour. So this was obviously significant wind damage is expected with this event that occurred. So, and I got another picture here, but one second. And you see this one. This home was completely wiped out. And given the what it looks here and everything else, I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't a vortex. Your thoughts on gas cans being installed and honestly, I don't care about them. I was a bus driver. I had cameras stuck in my face the entire time before I even got in the trash. Waste Management had them. Atlas had them. Republic was the first company I ever been at that didn't have them, so they don't bother me. I know some of the drivers are a little bougie about it, but me, I don't care. I don't do nothing wrong. Everything I do is with permission anyway, so like even the filming and everything else, I have permission to film as long as I'm just not being reckless or stupid and putting it out there. Also, leaves. This is for leaves, everybody. Don't take this serious. It's just a meme. But I think you find that funny. So that, there you go. There's for you, leaves. Was there less fatalities? So right now the numbers are still... Atlas is trying to set up rodeos. Wow. Regarding the fatalities, Garland, I have not... Other than what the information I just said and everything else, there hasn't been any other things. Also, they moved the this is also a government picture, so I'm going to show this to you. This is the eye, Melissa. She, really... Johnny's trying to... Of course, Johnny was a supervisor here, so that doesn't surprise me. But this is now the record eye of Hurricane Melissa. She is, yeah. Madrid International Airport inside was destroyed from the hurricane. Yeah, I believe that. So the hurricane and everything. So back to what I was saying, the hurricane itself has the record now for the driest eye And that's crazy. They're getting a 4-axle Sidewinder. New Way Sidewinder. Nice. I'll definitely be watching that. Definitely. Atlas is like, it's one of those things. I used to work for him and everything else. Yeah, I had an issue with the supervisor there, but I don't hate Atlas. Like, I don't like how they do things, but I don't hate them. And I like the fact that they went with New Ways. I ain't gonna lie. I like New Way trucks and everything else. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Oh. This is a 3D image of the storm when it was making landfall. As you can see, it's right over Jamaica at this time. And this is a creepy looking image. That's a crazy beam. Yeah. And so yeah, that's update. Oh. My coworker's family found this dog. I personally couldn't take him in, but they did find someone else. Apply for Athens next. Waste, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Atlas Travis. Whoever named Hurricane Melissa needs to go to jail. I got a cousin named Melissa. I'm on the bigger side. And you're going back to Waste. Nah, unless Waste Management takes over the contract, I'm not doing that. That's a dope dog. Yeah, but those dogs are really, really hyper, really everything. So yeah. Well, let's see what else we got. Yeah, I think I showed you guys this picture. I forgot to mention, but one of the wrapper rails was refurbished. This is 2458. It used to be Willie's truck. It actually got refurbished this recently. Minnesota garbage truck, what's up? So that's now used in Citrus Heights. So yeah. I don't disagree. We tried to convince them to. You know what's funny part is we've been using that New A rental. We tried relentlessly to convince them to get them to go with New Way, but they went with the ZR because that's part of anything else. And by the way, Sack Waste S per you. See, they come here dumping us. We still making money off them. What they do? Refurbished, mark, repainted. It don't matter. It was repainted though, so it looks nice. But yeah. Oh. Let's talk about this real quick. I gotta go. No, the picture is good here. So, this is my problem with my claw. So, what's happening here is this thing. This is the motor that actually controls. What about AMRAP side loaders? AMRAP side loaders are okay. I never seen a problem with them. As long as they can extend far enough. So back to what I was saying. The ZR here roller keeps breaking off. The bolts were breaking. We can't figure out what's causing this, but this is what's been happening. And obviously, it's just dangling there. So we had to secure it before it does. No, Republic doesn't have many, unfortunately. If they do, they usually inherit them off another company. Like, the only MRAP that's at this site is the little mini MRAP that you filmed doing the neighborhood. Or the senior center. Oh. Let's see. I did take this picture of this setup. I thought this was cool. It looks like this fool's like literally judging the car. And you see the person climbing here, climbing up, the spiders. You know, this person really went over good. I don't know why my phone got that glare, but it's just good. How long will the stream go for? Not too much. Probably for another 20 minutes. We're not doing much. We're just gonna. Alameda, yes, I am still on that. I'm still on the same route. In fact, I'll have some video of it this weekend when I have a chance to upload it. And let's look at another theme real quick. This person went all out with Scooby Doo. I mean, look, you got the you got the ghost, the eyes, everything else. I ain't gonna lie. If I was, this is what I would do. Do you got decorations on your truck? I do not, because I am broke, and honestly, my truck breaks down so much and everything else. I don't trust somebody not to take stuff. Yeah. So, about the same time, about 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah. Yeah, Pepsi vending machine. You know, you could actually probably buy one. Go to Costco or something. You probably have one. So, let's see what else we got going on here. I think that's basically it for the updated things I had for updates that I saw. Yeah. Haven't been really taking any much pictures and everything else because that's really not. So, but no, overall, we ZR looks to be standard at this. Going to be the standard of this site for the foreseeable future, and it's just what this site's going with. My biggest complaint, and I'm gonna show you right here, is I want an extender. I want a 12-foot reach band. I want to be able to reach over to Atlas and slap them when they're going too slow. Not this little flimsy arm where I'm like, can't reach. I can really start roasting management for getting this damn truck. Now, overall, my truck is good. For the most part, it's just that. Do you think ZR and alley arms are the same height? Possibly. Labrie tends to have a lower hopper base, so maybe not. Now, I want to show you guys something. I don't know if you can see it here in your video, but there's a couple of paint drops that literally are coming out of the hopper door here and that drop down and everything else, and it looks like what you think it looks like. And I even made the joke with my boss, and he started calling me. Oh, yeah. Berating them. Yeah. I mean, Atlas, I think Atlas's heart's in the right place, and honestly, if I think I worked for Atlas, they probably let me mount a bunch of cameras in the truck for PR purposes, like the one guy does for Pride Waste or whatever out in the Midwest, in their new ways. So I wouldn't be surprised that. But yeah. I mean, what else is happening that's going on? Yeah, pretty much got anything else. Is there a difference in the size between a mini? Height wise, I don't think so. I think it's the same arm. It's just the same short little arm that my truck has. The arm isn't really that different. It's just the body is smaller. Because when you look at how many cans can you pick up until the truck is full? Normally, if I'm doing my city sections, my urban areas, it's going to be about 400 cans, give or take. I could push 500 on light season, but when it comes down to my county route, I can maybe do 400 or 300, but about 250 is when I packed out. I mean, the shortest time I've ever packed out was picking up 220 cans, and I ended up with 14 tons. Yeah. That's still a way do you say, Matt? Okay, so no worries leaves. Fillings on Republic switching to Bridgeports and Cool Hands. Bridgeports are okay. I don't see anything wrong with them. And Cool Hands, I mean, that's kind of a worthless truck in my opinion, at least the design, but it's cool to look at. It's cool to film, I guess, but I don't. It just seems like there's a lot more parts necessary Same thing with the Python arm. Like the Python arm's cool to watch and everything else, but it's really kind of just yeah, not really that much. So, ow. My calf's trying to cramp. Ow. All right. So, hardest trucks to use. Exactly. Now, Alameda, I agree with you. Those are really hard to use. The arm is way too big. Yeah, it's just not feasible for a lot of pieces. Yes, Minnesota. We're actually getting 4 more next month, and I think we're getting 2 additional maybe in December, and then I think there's also 6 more coming in January. Eventually, by 2030, the entire yard's supposed to be fully electrified. That's what I'm told. Do you call your coworkers for help? If I'm overwhelmed, like I know it's going to take me past our threshold time, then I'll ask for assistance. But normally, I'm the guy helping everybody. So depending on so we know our heavy dates. Like for example, Monday. Even on the heaviest day, my route is still 2 loads, and I'll have room on the backside to go help. Would the yard get more minis? Sack waste, I would not be able to answer that. I don't know. As far as I know, it's going to be all regular sized trucks. Now, so back to what I was saying. So coworkers, yeah. So Tuesdays we were all kind of helping each other, and then on Wednesday it's kind of a more pre. We still help the ones that need it, and then yeah. So that's basically it. But yeah, on Green Waste we do help each other a lot, especially during the heavy season. Light season, everybody does their own stuff because it's just light. Waste dude, what's up? Welcome to it. Roto packs and everything else. Honestly, I would want to try a roto pack. I'm not above doing that. 2030, all Republic yards will be electrified. That I don't know. I know our yard is planning to be by 2030, but I don't know about any other yard. Probably in California, the ones that kind of like pushing this electric stuff really hard down our throats. What time do you wake up to go to the yard? Well, I live 20 minutes from the yard in the morning. About 45 minutes driving home in rush hour traffic. So for me, I get up. I have to be there at 5:30. I'm usually up by 4:30. Sometimes I'll sleep in a little bit. Shower and then go to work around 5 and then get there about 5:15, 5:20 and get to work. Will Waste Management try to go fully electric? No, Waste Management is actually trying to fight California on it. They want to stay with CNG. Rotopack said Packers is the worst packer in existence. Alameda, I'll take your word for that. But still, I want to break it in. Nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, this is my truck is my truck for at least until I get back in rotation for the new set of EVs that come in. Yeah. So that's basically what we got there. So hold on 1 second, y'all. No, Lees, I expect you to be doing that. Know about that because you're a Waste Management customer and fanboy. Who said that? Who said that? Yeah, Richmond has newer auto reaches. Yeah, Richmond went with auto reaches. I don't know why they did that. And Voltras, most of the Richmond is rear loader with X. Yeah, I've seen the videos of that. Let's see. All right. All right. Real quick, let's check the press report. This was September 30th for the third quarter report for Public Services, so why not, right? That's funny. Ooh, someone's get him, Derek. Get him. So earning reports about $1.76 a share. Adjusted earnings $1.90. 13%. So they still went up. Flow from operations 3.3 billion. God damn. That's how much money they made so far. Adjusted free cash flow 219 billion. Investment more than 1 billion in creative acquisitions year to date. So October 30th. So this was tomorrow. We're in that. Yeah, today is. Hold on a second here. So shares. Revenue. Strong revenue reporting is good. Company declared quarterly dividends. Patient. 2 months shares. What about public services? Supplemental assets and liability. Let's see where acquisitions are at. Hold on, y'all. I get you. One mishap, there goes a surrounding. Leaves, you don't not know nothing about CNG. Makes a big bang when you actually set it off. Stock waste, there are. Yeah, I know. I saw the vacuum truck on the merch site and everything else. I know that they tend to float around with the first gear, so we'll see what comes up about it and everything else. And I know I'm supposed to get like a something from them, so we'll see what happens. So even though they lost contracts, they're still actually gaining contracts. I was talking about hydrogen. Yeah. And I was talking about CNG. One of our coworkers nearly blew up the neighborhood because he hit a tree in Citrus Heights. At least they got a breakdown of everything what they're spending their money on. See, residential is still up 4.4% the last 3 months. Yeah, so we're still looking at. I'm trying to see if they got any acquisition notices. Let's go back to the press report. It as a great place to work in the 9th consecutive year, certified. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. The rear loader would be nice to have too. Let's see. AMRAP. Damn, watch for the tree storms. You're funny, Derek. You're funny, bro. So let's see. There's one in the Sac area. Well, I'll have to definitely look for it. Have you ever tried revving your zero? Yeah, there's a governor, so I can't film it or do it. I tried. Now, if I got it in park, I can rev it, but that's about it. But I gotta pull the brake in order to do that. So. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, well, hydrogen just explodes the air. So yeah. CNG MRAPs look nicer. Look nice. Have you seen them before? Yeah, I've seen them before. And I've seen a couple of waste management ones, but they're pretty nice. So Shamrock Environmental was bought out by Republic Services in February. Recycle Sources also was acquired. That's in the Pittsburgh area. Another acquisition in Wisconsin was closed on May 1st. Investment company invested nearly $9 billion in acquisition in the first half of the year. 900 million, excuse me. Yeah. So we got 14 total acquisitions has occurred. 14 in waste management and water management. One in air. We got 12. So here's the breakdown real quick. We're gonna break it down. I can't show this site because this is looks like a trading site or something, and I don't know if they're copyrighted. So, but I can read it off to you. So we have a total of 14, spanning 12 from the waste and water management, one from air management services, and one from professional consumer services. They average about two. The most recent one was Shamrock Environmental, a Brown Summit-based provider for waste management and water treatment services, founded in 1998, acquired in February of 2025. U.S. Ecology was the last big one. It looks like. So last year they ordered 100 of these Voltra ZSLs. Yeah. Okay. So that's basically our update. We haven't seen any other requirements. I know Waste Management is having some issues and everything else. Hold on. Oh wow. That thing has a New Way arm or a Labrie arm. It's a hydrogen, and it's equipped with an Econoc SD cap. That's a Waste Management hydrogen truck, everybody. That Leaves had put in the comment section for the link. That arm is fast though. Yeah. I mean, the truck is nice though. God damn, that arm is fast. 1 second, yo. There we go. Yeah, that is definitely Leaves. That truck that actually looks good. Yeah, the Econoc SD cab is not that bad when I drove them and everything else. So using them on hydrogen, not that bad. Hydrogen is very flammable and explosive, and catching fire is like a nuke going off. Yeah, don't disagree with that. It didn't work too well, way too long. Yeah, again, trucks aren't designed to be in cul-de-sacs. Or whoever designed the cul-de-sac idea needs to be kicked in the dick. I'm just saying. Especially when it comes to garbage trucks. You know, they don't think about garbage trucks. They don't. When they build these stuff, they just build them. What, the roller coaster trash truck is bastard. That's funny. What else we got going on here? That's today's date. I thought today was the 29th. Yeah, so far I think that's pretty much it. What we got here at least. So now at least that's definitely gonna have to watch that video. Maybe y'all gotta click on it and follow it. It's in the chat right now. Hydrogen waste management truck. And yeah. So tomorrow is Halloween. Be safe out there. I do not recommend eating anybody who baked anything because you don't know what they put in it, and there are some cruel people out there. If it ain't packaged, I wouldn't eat it. At least that's always been the rule with us. Why? Because I got a story to tell you. So, this happened in Citrus Heights. This happened years ago, but this is the story that I was told, so we're going to go with that. Drivers were out doing bulky, and old lady came out with a little thing of cookies for them. And she talked about how she used the big chocolate bars and everything else. Those chocolate bars were X-Lax. Yes. Both drivers were stuck on the John for the rest of the day. They had to go home. Another driver was given some cookies that were laced with marijuana. This was on a separate occasion. So, yeah. It's always advisable, if it's not a packaged company item, not to trust it. Even then, you want to be careful about that too, because there are just a lot of people out there that do dumb shit. Yeah. Yeah. So that's basically, you want to be careful about that. Oh, Derek, since you're here, I gotta share the story today, dude. For those of you who didn't catch the beginning of this. So, Derek, you're gonna love this, bro. You're gonna love this how today is, because this is the typical, the stuff we've been through. So, I'm driving. It's about 6:30 this morning, and 2-story house, lights on the second floor. Don't even think nothing of it. I'm picking the can up, looking in the mirror, and I see something moving in the corner of my eye. Everything else, and there's this couple. There's this couple, not two, but this couple up there, doing you know what, and in full next to the screen, in full right. I can see everything. They ain't that good looking either, but I saw everything. So yeah. And then later, this car decides to flip a bitch in the middle of the road. Doesn't look over her shoulder that a car is coming. Turns and plows right into the car. That's number 3. That's number 2. Number 3 incident that occurred was number 3 incident is police ended up chasing somebody into the neighborhood. They were jumping fences and they were bitten in the ass by a dog. Don't know if it was a neighbor's dog or the police dog. Don't know. And somebody was locked in a trunk. And according to the police, they had no idea why they ran. They had no wants, no warrants. They couldn't find a gun or anything. They just ran. So yeah, Derek, that's how my day went today. What do you think, bro? All right, everybody. Let's see what he says. Yep. Oh. Yeah. Did you witness it on your route? Yes, it was literally high-speed chase sounds. Oh no, she was. I just YouTube doesn't allow me to say that on here on a live stream, so I can't be saying the actual words. I can only incite it, but I know your dirty ass minds can tell you. Yeah, that was the crazy Thursday, the day before Halloween. Yeah. That reminds me of a time where Derek knows the story, so I'm gonna tell you guys the story. This was years ago, like 2014 years ago. I was working at the post office and I'm going on my route. I literally saw police chasing a guy, no clothes on, dangling, 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 running, chasing a guy down the street. Whatever. And then I come up to this house and the house has the mail slot in the door. The door is picture and everything else. Here's this girl sitting there dancing and cleaning, no clothes, no nothing, whatever. And then I come around the corner a little bit later, the next little bit route, and then no, I really did it. Yeah, and then yeah. So then I come around the corner. There's a raccoon sitting up on top of the manhole, sitting there looking around. He turns around, looks at me, drops down in the manhole, grabs the manhole cover, and pulls the manhole cover over. That's the last time I had a day like this, man. Yeah, it's one of the days. One of the days. And then back at the job, we really got into just tearing into each other. So we got the short jokes, we had the ice jokes, we had um, the loudmouth jokes. You name it, we had the jokes today. Yeah, I remember that story. That was wild. Like I said, I wasn't asking any questions, and I never asked questions. Yeah, here we go. Early Minnesota. Yep, they didn't even have a cup of coffee yet. They were having some other coffee. And it's like, yeah, about the guy without and the raccoon. Yeah, Sacramento's crazy. D can vouch for that. Sacramento is just crazy. You do not know what you're going to see at any given day. This is just the problem with the area. Doesn't matter if you're in the suburb. Doesn't matter if you're in the heart of the city. It doesn't matter if you're if you're in the rural area. You're going to see some crazy. I've seen some crazy shit this whole week. Let's see what happened. On Tuesday, I out in the county there was a fully grown dead cow on the side of the road, upside down in the ditch. I thought it was a car. It was dark. I couldn't see. Oh, yeah, coffee and cake, right? Coffee and cake. Yeah, it was just another cream. Oh, I love the jokes. Keep them coming. Yeah, so yeah, that was really ground beef on that and everything else. Sacramento's a box of chocolates. Yeah, it's also a syringe. You don't know what's in it. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so there was that. I saw Monday. The wrapper rail I was using had an air the air horn was stuck on, and I had to sit there and play with it. Meanwhile, everybody's all looking at me like the most disappointed grandpa. All the drivers literally got out of their were doing their pre-trips, and everybody's really like this. Like, what are you doing, Matt? What are you doing? Yeah. She wanted to press. Oh my god. Yeah. It was just the wrong kind of sausage. Or maybe the right kind, depending on, I guess, the way you look at it. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Or a tri-tip. Chocolate chip cookies you can't eat. Damn. Coffee with extra cream. I don't know. Do I got a picture of that somewhere? Oh, I gotta look. Let me see if I can see if I have a picture. I want to see if I can get a picture of that. I'm pretty sure I had a picture, but I don't know exactly if I did or didn't. Hold on, I'm going through. Going way back up, back up, back up. Whole chicken. That's funny. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I do, and everything else. Oh, by the way, show you guys this. Mechanics at their finest. She wanted a hot dog too early. I don't know. Maybe he just wanted the clam sandwich early. Well, let's see what I can find. I forgot about the idiot breaking his leg in my house. I really don't see it, do I? Oh. For those of you that wondered, yeah, I've had to break while I had a can stuck. So I dumped the can and it broke. You can't really see it from here, but it's broke off. So it's just, I had to take this can with me. What about flex tape? Yeah, flex tape is okay, I guess. So let's see what else we got. I'm trying to see if I have a picture of that. Yeah, I guess I don't have a picture of it. Yeah, I don't. Thought I had a picture of this side of the truck. Yeah. This one was bad because this time when it fell down, it actually ruptured the hydraulic line. As you can see, it's leaking out here. It's just, yeah, I had to do a lot. Bro, still the can. Yep. They got a new one for free, so. Why are you taking my can away? Because you didn't pay your bill. Hold on, y'all. Let's get yeah, these things are bad. Oh, recently deleted. Okay, not recently saved. No. Yeah. It's not in the library, so I don't know what happened to it. I had a picture of it, but I don't know. I'll have to take a picture tomorrow. I'll show you guys tomorrow. Actually, yeah, I don't. That was about 2 rules. Yeah. I mean, it happens. I poppered cans. All you do is just call it in and say, hey, I hoppered a can, and they send one out. Especially when the green waste cans are not charged part of the bill. How many paper towels are those? That is not paper towels. That's actually a spill kit. A spill kit is equipped with these more exorbitant pads and everything else. So yeah, that was about 2 rolls. More like 6. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I thought I had it somewhere. Hold on. Let me. I wonder if I have. I thought I Maybe I had it. Maybe it's in my YouTube area. Give me a minute, brother. Somebody. I'm curious right now because I swear I had a picture of that. So let me go. One moment, y'all. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. Hmm. One second, y'all. I'm trying to see what. On the tailgate, we have a box in the tailgate. Garland, that's where we put them. Grabber fell off, broke off. Yeah, that happens. Actually, a lot. Let's see. All right, I'm trying to find out if I, because it was a few months ago, so I gotta look for it. Oh, found it. Okay. All right, y'all ready for this? So this is on my hydraulic tank. Take a look. That is paint that somebody smuggled in their can. But how you doing it? Yeah. Somebody got excited with my truck, didn't they? Whoops. Yeah, I know. Looks like someone got excited. Yeah, it does. I'm gonna slap a bump, one of those "Do Not Hump" stickers right here, just for it. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, it sucked. But that's so yeah. All right. So yeah, you got to see the funny things that we deal with and get the funny stories that we deal with and everything else. Certain things are just funny to watch. Like today was just one of those days. But so, all right, guys. You got any questions? Feel free to ask real quick before we call tonight. Um, yeah, ask away if you got any questions. It doesn't matter whether it's news, whether it's trash related, weather related, or you just want to be funny. Do not put your cream on the Yeah. Oh, how do you guys like the new decal design with the truck in the background and everything else? People spilling milk on truck. Yep. Is paint a hazardous material? Paint is not supposed to be picked up, not in large quantities. If it's just the residue and everything else, that's not a big deal. But I believe it is considered a hazardous waste, yes. Unless it's like I think it's water paint or something. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. I like the new livery. Yeah. Will First Gear come out with an auto car garbage truck? That I don't know. Leaves, I am planning to have a stream tomorrow, but because it is Halloween and depending on what goes on, I'm not really sure. What about the monkeys on the loose? What are you talking about, D? What monkeys are you talking about? Yeah, I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's really hard to put down. Heard that one before. That's a good one. No. Do you remember that video I showed you about the Garland New Wave Roto Pack? I believe I have, but it's not never really come to mind like that. Garland. All right, got one. All right. My IQ test results came back. All right, wait. All right. Waste resources. What do you got? Because they were negative. I went to college for dad jokes. I got my degree in psycho. What do you call a dog with two legs? Minnesota. I'm not gonna steal nobody's candy. Me and Derek used to go around scaring the shit out of people though. That was a fun. Two-legged dog is a man. It's just a man. Reason why is because you eat, you poop, and you're always trying to find something to do. You know, one person said the side loader is a one-armed bandit. It just takes all your stuff. You're funny. Hey, why do you? Here's an A. Hey, hot dogs. Yes. Here's another one. Why do front loaders not get jokes? Because it goes right over their head. What's up, racers? Oh, what's up? Why do you want roll offs at a? Why do you want roll. Whenever you get into a fight, why do you want to call a roll off? Because they roll up. I'm on the whiskey diet. I lost you. You don't believe me? Look at a roll off driver. They're always rolling up, thinking all cool, just driving around. They do 7 boxes while we do hundreds of cans. Do you ever think here's a question to ask you. You ever think the small back get jealous of bubble butt backs ZRs? Well, steal my jokes, yeah. I got a joke for you. It's called California. What else is a good garbage joke? Have you guys seen that video of the kid scaring the hell out of the helper on a rear loader? He was hiding in a bag, and then the helper went to grab it, and then he screamed, and the kid making him scream. What about ZRs? You ever think Garland, the ZRs? You ever think the small butt ZRs to get jealous of the bubble butt ZRs? It's a serious question. For real. D speaking some facts. Don't let them adults punk you for your canny. Can't even talk. Why did garbage trucks get promoted? Why? Leaves, you're funny for that. No, honestly, a rapper rail is a BBL. How is Harry and Song doing? Talked to them both today. They're doing good. Harry was actually, unfortunately, rear-ended in his personal vehicle, so he's doing some doctor's appointments, but he's doing good. He's okay. He's not bad. He's just because it was always picking up the slack. No funny. Yeah. What did the cow say to the garbage truck? Move over. Those are dumb jokes. Nah. What else? What else? Garbage. Come on, give me some garbage jokes. What do you got? Garbage truck jokes. Garbage jokes. Come on. Let's see. Let's hear them. Seeing Amram's in love with another truck, I think. Oh yeah, Leaves. Explain. Oh. Electric, why don't you not love me anymore? Damn. What is a garbage truck driver's salary? Um, varies from company, and it varies from whether you work for a municipality or you work as a contractor, like for public services. They vary from, and also location matters. But here in California, you can make basically 90,000 to like 120,000, depending on this. Hmm. Uh, what did the rapper rail say to the ZR in the shop? It's okay to use. That's an inside joke. I got you. No. Oh, it's a joke. My bad. Well, put JK behind it next time, so because it looked like you asked like a legitimate question. Oh, we took a little pill in the morning, huh? Silly. I'm trying to think of this joke that Harry told me. You didn't pick it up anymore. That's funny. Nah, the problem is the most of the jokes that we share with each other at work and everything else are not appropriate for YouTube, and I ain't trying to get banned, so I can't share them live, unfortunately. But they got everybody got some jokes. We getting it, and that's the cool part too. I'm gonna speak on that real quick. Again, I speak on it a lot, but I'm speaking on it again. Is most of us get along perfectly fine, and we'll sit there and literally just roast each other, calling each other everything in the look. Like I got called blubber today, for example. You know, a little fluffy on the inside and everything else, and I called him garden gnome because he's tiny. And I told him, you put a cigar in your mouth and put one of those hats on, you look like a travel velocity gnome. And I think you guys know who I'm talking about. Hmm. Yeah, and I also gotta tell you, if your garbage truck is running, then you better want to go. You better go catch it because you're not in it. That's a sad joke. I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't think that's even true. But yeah, and so all right, I'll leave this with you guys. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna tell this one joke. I'm not gonna tell you a joke. I'm gonna tell you something that was funny. What has four wheels and it flies? What is it? Waste. Now I'm gonna tell you. There was a so I'm gonna tell you this real quick. This is a funny story. Another funny story about now. This is a coworker. Not gonna name names, but we're gonna just talk about it. So I had stopped at the park to use the restroom. This is on the route that I'm not gonna disclose because again I don't want you guys figuring out who it was. But they come up to me and like, hey, you got any alcohol wipes and everything else? I'm like, yeah, sure. I had an extra pack in my truck. I got it and handed it out to him. And he's like, what? He's like, there ain't no toilet paper in the John. Ow. Four wheels and it flies is a garbage. That's funny. Yeah. That just sounds painful, though. Alcohol wipe on the hemorrhoid? Mm-mm. That just sounds like a burning good time, don't it? But yeah. So that's pretty much it. Good for the jokes and everything else. We'll come up with some other jokes. Everything. I want you guys to go home and do your homework and come up with some jokes. Derek, if you're still in the chat, bro, I want you to get some jokes tomorrow. We're gonna have some roasting tomorrow. I expect it from y'all because again, having a good time, and that's what it's about. Trying to have a good time on the channel, in the chats and everything else. So yeah, top news reports again. Melissa's near Bermuda right now. She should be heading out further out to sea. She might clip Newfoundland, Canada, as a tropical storm, or maybe as a hurricane still, and then she should hold together all the way up to Iceland. At least that's what it looks like right now. Pretty much dry tomorrow again for everywhere except the extreme parts of New York and mostly New York north to Maine and the Seattle area. Might see some rain. Temperatures are going to be okay. And what do you call a garbage man who won't be quiet? Matt. Now you call him a Matt. That's what you call him. No. So that's temperatures tomorrow too are going to be pretty mild for everybody for the trick or treating again. For those of you trash talker, that's funny. Yeah, that's exactly, we're worse than the trash that comes on the truck. But yeah, again, happy Halloween to everybody. Be safe out there, trick or treating. Especially watch out for cars because they're not watching you. After the experiences I've seen on the streets and everything else, people just are completely in their own world. Especially these younger people, they have no idea what they're looking. They're not looking for you. So be careful with that. Also be aware, watch out for those adults that want to stick their hands in your bags and take some of your candy. And just be safe tomorrow. And I'll see you guys in the evening again around 6 p.m. And we'll definitely have some more of the conversations to talk about. And we'll obviously check on the news, we'll check the weather, make sure everything is good. And obviously we'll come back with some more jokes or some stories to tell. So, alright guys, this is going to conclude tonight's episode. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Oh. One more thing. I'm going to work on an extra thing too, so we don't have to use the intro one. So I'll have that done tomorrow too. Have a good night.